So I'm going to talk about mushroom uses, and I'm thinking here about wild fungi. For what we can use them, actually. We can use them in a wide variety of applications. They can be traditional, they can be scientific, but I'm going to focus here on the practical aspect of using fungi. First of all, we're going in the woods to collect mushrooms to eat. So many of these edible fungi are actually functional foods. Functional food is the type of food which is edible. I mean, you're eating that, but it also has medicinal properties. So it's actually called healing food. So you will see that many of them, they have healing properties. On a second aspect, I would talk about medicinal mushrooms, and these are not necessarily those mushrooms that you can eat because they're hard and tough, pretty much like your shoes, but they have random uses. Like you can prepare tinctures, extracts, powders out of them, and so on, because they have medicinal value. You can use some of these fungi also to make fire and to transport that. Some of these fungi, like the chaga, for example, not only that has medicinal properties, but also may be used to keep fire for a long time and also to transport it. It is said that this is the true tinder polypore, because you can try to light it up with one spark. So what you need to do in order to do that, you have to have the fungus. You're going to dry it up, and then you're going to grind it into a fine powder, and then you can try to light it up. And if you get a spark or two, and you'll you'll keep that safe somewhere, then you can have that fungus burning for a long period of time. What else you can do with wild mushrooms? Here you have the picture number 3, and that's the tinder polypore that's called Fomes fomentarius, or the amado mushroom, and that's used traditionally in making a kind of leathery type of fabric. That's used traditionally in Transylvania. There's a village where this is used. It's collected and it's used, and it's turned into very interesting products like purses, like hats, and even clothing. So the idea was, after that, it was taken from there, and it is already used in many other countries, and many people are trying to play around with this concept and bring some very interesting things out of it. Also, Piptoporus betulinus, which is another medicinal fungus, is used for this purpose, but also this one, which is also medicinal. So you can see that from medicinal fungi, you can also use them to create things. Another thing that you can do with mushrooms is that you can dye with them. I mean, you can turn them into ink. For example, you have the shaggy mane mushroom, or you can have some other fungi like what you see here in picture number 5. And it's interesting because you can get random colors out of different species. For example, from Sarcodon imbricatum, you can get a bluish color, and there are some other species like Dermochibe which are going to provide you with a reddish color. So it's a very interesting subject, or you can dive even more into it if you want to collect wild fungi for that purpose. Now, another thing that you can do with mushrooms, you can go out there, you can collect some interesting Ganoderma or reishi kinds of mushrooms, and you can isolate the fungal tissue, and you can manipulate that under a clean airflow hood, and you can build furniture with that. You can colonize substrate, and you can have furniture, you can have random objects that may be used in household, more like decorative objects, but also armchairs and chairs and even bricks. If you want to build a fungus house, then you can play around with this idea. From the medicinal mushroom powder, you can use that, and it's widely used across the world to make medicinal mushroom products. You can use the powder as is. You can use it. You can turn that into an extract, like a hot water extract, or you can turn that into a tincture, or you can put it in cream. You can make some beauty products with that, or you can put that into toothpaste, or make soap with it. So there's so many uses of these fungi that you can believe. Actually, what it says is that future it's fungi. So if you really want to know some more things about what you can do with the mushrooms that you're going to collect in the wild, I invite you to dive into this subject and to explore it, because you can do a lot of things. Here you have only a brief discussion on this subject, but if you want, you can find out more.